Would you pay $300,000 for this Tulare, California probate? Is this a good deal, or is there something hidden behind this deal? Let's find out, and let's dissect this today in this episode of Real Estate Forensics. Okay, so what do the pictures tell us? As you notice on the outside, it looks like it's a pretty good home. It's not that old. It's in good shape outside. But inside, we could see that there are some issues. Some of the issues include the flooring. It's probably going to need a complete restore of the flooring indoor, maybe a paint job. There's also some issues in the backyard that we could see that there might be a little exterior paint. Obviously, a big cleanup and a big yard. The HVAC is also approximately 15 years old. We need to make sure that it's working properly. So conservatively, we could have an estimate, rehab estimate, that come up with a conservative number of $25,000. I've also found comps locally, and we could surmise that the ARV, after repair value for his home, will be somewhere in the $450,000 range after it's all said and done. So those are the numbers we're working off. And now let's check and run this in our analyzer and see if the numbers work. As you can tell, we have our forensic analyzer up. I pre-input all the information that we need. The address, a rehab estimate of $25,000, which is a conservative rehab estimate. We also have Anchor, which is a similar home. It's a little bit smaller, but it has 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's in the same neighborhood, a little bit smaller, but a little bit newer. So it's a good comp along with the ones that AI is going to find. So once we run the numbers, which I have pre-run, we come up with this conclusion. This home has potential. We could see right here our survival range for a BRRR is a bid of $277,200 to $308,000. So it's well within the $300,000 that they're asking. Now, the safer number would be the $277,000 bid. That gives us more money. It helps us to make sure that we're going to get a proper return on our investment with this home. Now, the question would be, does the capital recycle in this home? We could see our DSCR gate was 1.09. That means that we can get our money out. Again, this is tight. So the number is best at $277,000. So would I bid $300,000 for this? Probably not. I'd try to stick closer to the $277,000, maybe a $280,000 range to make sure I could recycle my money. So the conclusion here is that this is worth looking into. Okay, so here's the bottom line. Is this worth it? Well, at the full asking price of $299,900, this deal is technically inside the BRRRR walkaway, so technically it clears. You can recycle most of your capital and still have positive cash flow on the hold side. But there's a practical truth. There is a consider bid at $299,900, only if you're okay with the thinner spread and you're very confident on the ARV holding. Now, for me, the stronger bid zone is $260,000 to $278,000. That's where you're going to get real breathing room on surprises, probate friction, and any appraisal haircut. We don't know if the HVAC is good. There could be some things or contingencies that happen. As far as the rehab number, I'm using the more conservative number of $25,000 on purpose. That's operator discipline. Better to plan for extra flooring, paint, and yard work than to get surprised later. This is a decent house. It's in a good neighborhood. It has a lot of potential. For a strong BRRR, it's the wrong price. Now, remember, we're in California, where we have to run a more conservative type of BRRR because we don't have the huge margins that they do in other parts of the country. But we could still get the seller to come down. And in this case, coming down to $278,000 cash is something that the person, considering it's a probate, might do. That's what the analyzer is for. It stops us from paying looks decent prices. It gives us the hard number. And in this case, It's giving us a number that could probably and most likely make us money if we do decide to purchase this. So thank you for joining me. And this concludes and wraps up our forensic case for this home in Tulare.